September 6th. This is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
This morning, wind speeds have already picked up to around 5 to 15 miles per hour and is coming in from the northwest. That's giving us a trajectory for some lake effect snow, but it's also giving us wind chills that feel much colder than the actual temperature. Most temperatures are around 20 degrees, but the wind chill is cutting that by around 10 degrees, making it feel like the single digits in some spots. 9 there in Howell, 6 in Hillsdale. We'll talk more about those chilly conditions as 6 News This Morning continues.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News This Morning.
Expect your commute to be difficult this morning due to a winter storm that dumped several inches of snow across our region. Good morning, Mid-Michigan. It's Thursday, February 13th. I'm Jorma Duran.
And I'm Megan Vaselli. Thank you so much for joining us.
6 News is here for you now at this morning's top stories. Snowplows, big and small, are currently out and about trying to make roads and parking lots as safe as possible.
But it's turning out to be a tough task this morning because of the amount of snow that fell. That's especially the case in neighborhoods where most plows haven't even gotten yet.
Here is a look from our exclusive quad cam showing you what it looks like from a number of places: Lansing, Grand Ledge, Jackson, and Hillsdale. Now, because of these conditions, dozens of schools, daycares, and other facilities will be closed today. This includes several large school districts, such as the Lansing School District, Grand Ledge Public Schools, DeWitt Public Schools, and Waverly Community Schools. You can see a full list of closures scrolling on the bottom of your screen right now and on our website, WLNS.com.
Despite many districts closing today because of the weather, classes at Michigan State University are canceled for a different reason.
Today marks 2 years since the deadly mass shooting on Michigan State's campus that left 3 students dead and 5 others hurt when a man opened fire at 2 locations on campus.
And this morning, we've learned a survivor of the shooting has filed a $50 million lawsuit against the university. Justin Bowman says he was in the Berkey Hall classroom where the gunman opened fire. The lawsuit says Bowman hid among the dead bodies, even staying with one of the victims until she died. And now Bowman's attorneys claim MSU is to blame for the shooting. They say by not hiring security or installing locks on the building, Michigan State allowed the gunman to get on campus and into Berkey Hall, where classes were being held. 6 News has reached out to the university for a comment on the lawsuit, but we haven't heard back yet.
A new report shows that nearly 300 people in Michigan were banned from possessing guns last year under a new law that took effect exactly 1 year ago today on February 13th, 2024, which was the 1-year anniversary of the mass shooting at Michigan State University. Michigan joined at least 20 states in passing a red flag law, which gives courts the authority to stop people from possessing guns for a year if there is evidence that they could harm themselves or others. According to the State Court Administrative Office, 391 complaints were filed last year, and that resulted in 287 no-gun orders. Governor Gretchen Whitmer and supporters say this law will help prevent mass shootings and domestic violence involving firearms.
Later today, Michigan State Police will announce a new milestone its Operation Safe Neighborhoods program has reached. It's a state-run effort to reduce gun violence by getting illegal guns off the streets. MSP says the program now has secured and removed 800 illegal guns. The director of Michigan State Police will join Saginaw's police chief and the director of the Michigan Department of Corrections at a press conference this afternoon in Saginaw to discuss the success of this program.
President Trump's plan to severely shrink the federal workforce has now cleared a major legal hurdle after a judge ruled the deferred resignation program can resume.
This comes as President Trump pushes for a diplomatic end to the war between Russia and Ukraine. He plans to meet face-to-face with Russian President Vladimir Putin, while the White House also prepares to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Jared Hill is here for you now with those details.
I think they have to make peace.
President Donald Trump says negotiations will begin immediately toward ending Russia's war with Ukraine. At the swearing in of his new director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, the president said he spoke to leaders of both countries on the phone yesterday and told reporters he plans to meet face-to-face with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
We expect that he'll come here and I'll go there, and we're going to meet also probably in Saudi Arabia the first time.
President Trump was non-committal on a sit-down with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky later said that he and Trump had a good conversation, adding that he believes America's power can pressure Putin toward peace. But in a big shift from the previous administration, the U.S. signaled a reversal on support of Ukraine's bid for NATO membership, and now says the country may have to give up territory to Russia.
We must start by recognizing that returning to Ukraine's pre-2014 borders is an unrealistic objective.
Back at home, a federal judge ended his hold on Trump's deferred resignation program for federal workers. The administration says nearly 75,000 federal workers had already signed up for the so-called buyout, which offers full pay and benefits through September to those who voluntarily leave their positions. The White House, though, says that offer is now off the table for anyone who hasn't already signed up. Jared Hill, CBS News.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We're seeing a little bit of that lake effect snow sneaking in here on the Capitol camera, and more of it's on the way here for today. First, let's talk temperatures, because they are still right around the 20-degree mark. Some are a few degrees above, a few below, and then the wind chill comes in and says, nope, single digits for you. That's what we're seeing in Howell and Hillsdale. It's like only 6 degrees when you step out in Hillsdale. And the wind's only going to get worse today. That's bringing in chances for additional snow. Right now, just a thin little band scooting in. You can see that ribbon of lake effect close to South Haven down towards Benton Harbor. Now for us, that's going to move towards us more in the afternoon. Most spots should generally be cloudy to start, just that chance for a little snow right now. Temperature rise, not changing much. That's actually a problem because without warming our temperatures up dramatically, if the wind picks up to those 30-mile-an-hour gusts, it's still going to make it feel like it's in the single digits. Gizmo has the right idea. Just full-on splay down in front of the fireplace, get some nice warm air going, maybe find a little space heater if you do. And if you manage to find a space heater, make sure you keep it away from any kind of flammable products. Unfortunately, when we get this kind of cold air that's headed our way, especially next week, we tend to start to see the chance for fires because people are trying to stay warm. So make sure you're taking proper precautions.
Yeah, very good advice. Yeah, we had a lot of snow, and then we're going to be dealing with a lot of cold temperatures coming up. Cold, very cold.
This week just has Katie and a bow on it.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. You guys have 80s in the summer, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's hard to be upset about the snow and the cold when it makes you this happy.
Well, I'm going back
feel
on that
guilty.
snow hill next.
I know.
Yeah, I feel guilty being annoyed about it.
I don't want to break a hip, though.
It's only a 10-foot fall.
That's okay. You're right.
Okay.
All right. Well, us here at
that's a
TV6
no.
are getting ready to celebrate the 75th anniversary of WLNS TV this year, and we could use your help.
If you have any pictures or videos from back in the day, we set up a folder for you to upload your memories. To share them, just head to WLNS.com/75.
We'd love to use them on the air, and if you're willing to talk about it on TV, let us know in the comments, and we may be in touch.
Coming up, local health officials now warning parents to be on the lookout for the flu. We'll